Hello there, dear viewer, and happy Halloween. To celebrate Halloween this year, I'm running a giveaway in collaboration with Picture House Entertainment to give away 6 of their horror-themed Blu-rays, which I'm going to talk about in this video. If you would like to enter the giveaway to win these Picture House Blu-rays, all you have to do is first be a resident of the United Kingdom, you have to be 18 years or older, and then the last thing you need to do, and just so I can keep track of who is entering this giveaway, go over to Instagram and find my profile. It's at Elliot Cohen Films, and just send me a direct message saying that you want to enter the horror Blu-ray competition. I will randomly select a winner in 7 days from now, so you've got a full week. So do head over to Instagram, find my profile, and send me a message if you want to enter. So let's just quickly have a look at these Picture House horror themed films. Some of these I might have talked about on the channel before, but a few of these I haven't because I literally only watched them the other day. Let's start with this one. It's called Koko di Koko Da, and this is a Swedish horror movie which I saw someone describe this on Letterboxd as a cross between Groundhog Day and Lars von Trier's Antichrist. So if you know those two films, it should kind of give you a bit of flavour about what is in this film. But it's essentially about this couple who are going through a period of grief, and they go into the woods as a kind of retreat, and then they get killed by some strange people in the woods. But they keep having to relive the day that they get killed, and lots of grisly things happen in this film. This is certainly not a cheery film whatsoever, but I think this film works as an expression of grief through being a horror movie. And it's just really quite tough to watch at parts. But if you are a fan of Antichrist, for example, or other horror films that look at grief, perhaps Don't Look Now or something like that, then this is a film with perhaps something for you. You could also win this film, The Feast, and this is a film in the Welsh language, which is not something that I come across an awful lot. And this looks at this quite wealthy family who have this very nice, modern-looking, wealthy home, and they have this mysterious young woman come to be a waitress for them at the home, and her interactions with the different people in the family start to bring about some quite horrific things. So I'm going to throw out some cinematic references here, but you could kind of see this mysterious woman being like the Terence Stamp character in Pasolini's Theorem, or perhaps the Danny Glover character in Charles Burnett's To Sleep with Anger. As I was watching the film, I wished it had a better sense of pace to it, although when you come to the climax of the film, there is some quite surprising stuff indeed. We also have The Hatching. This is a Finnish horror movie about this young girl who finds this mysterious egg, and the egg keeps growing and growing until it eventually hatches into something quite surprising. The Hatching has quite an interesting setup because the mother of this young girl is an influencer. She is a vlogger, I guess kind of like what I'm doing here. And in her vlogs, she presents her life as this perfect lifestyle, when in fact they might not have the perfect family dynamic. So the horror in this film is kind of an expression of that disconnect between the mother and the daughter. I think The Hatching is an underrated film, and I particularly enjoyed a lot of the effects in this film, so definitely one that I would recommend. We also have the film Bad Hair, and this is such a crazy, campy horror movie about this wig that might have a life of its own. We follow this young woman who is trying to make her name within the music television industry, and this is an industry that is very focused on looks and aesthetics, and you have to be seen as being beautiful or you're not wanted. So she gets this new wig to kind of bring up her appearance, and it has some dire consequences. Bad Hair is a lot of fun, and it brings around some great horror moments, so one that I would definitely recommend. Also in this Picture House horror bundle is this one, Deerskin. This is from French director Quentin Dupieux, who you may know as the musical artist Mr. Oiseau, and this is an excellent film. I think this is one of the director's best works, and he's been making quite a lot of films in the last decade, and in fact I've got one more of his films to talk about after this one. We follow this man played by Jean Dujardin, and he is obsessed with getting this particular kind of deerskin jacket. And he gets this jacket and he leaves his life behind, and he becomes obsessed with videoing his life, basically. He meets this young woman who is an editor, played by Adele Hanel, and their relationship grows and his obsession with this jacket grows, and there's a lot of surprising fun things in this film that I would not want to spoil here. I think Dupieux is one of the best visionary directors at the moment. He has a vision that is unlike any other director working today, and I instantly can recognise one of his films when I watch them, but I do hope more people will give his films a chance, and I think Deerskin is an excellent place to start. And if you want more of his films, look no further than Smoking Causes Coughing. This is a superhero movie of sorts, as we follow this band of, they're kind of Power Rangers-esque. They're called the Tobacco Force, and they are trying to protect Earth from these evil forces. And while you might think that sounds like a throwback to older science fiction and superhero films, this actually tells its story through a few different flashbacks, or not flashbacks, but people are telling a story within this story. And it's when the characters are expressing themselves through those stories that there's a lot of grisly things happening in those. And I think that's why this film can be put in this group with the horror films, because there's some very, very strong violence in some of these stories. Just like Deerskin, Smoking Causes Coughing is a one-of-a-kind film, and perhaps it will have that Marmite effect where you either love it or you hate it, but I'm firmly in the loving it camp. So that was just a quick video to announce this horror giveaway in partnership with Picture House Entertainment. If you aren't able to enter the giveaway, perhaps you're not in the UK, then please do seek out these films by some other means. Perhaps you're able to get them in your own regions. But these are definitely some very exciting films that I have been loving lately. Remember to head over to my Instagram. It's at Elliot Cohen Films. I'll include a link to it in the description of this video. And just send me a direct message. All you have to do is say that you want to enter the giveaway, and I will get in touch if you are the lucky winner. Stick around on the channel, get some more recommendations from me by clicking the video that is on screen right now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.